Fun and black metal don't really go hand in hand, but today I'm going to show you that that statement is factually incorrect. That's right, we're going to talk about the most fun black metal bands around, in my opinion. There's loads, there's probably hundreds, so I'm going to miss some off. These are just the obvious ones that popped into this little noggin. So I'm just going to list these off and tell you why I think they're fun. So before I do, you know how it goes. You've seen these videos before, and if you haven't, what are you doing? Click. No, I'm never going to. I'm never going to shut. I've never said that in a video. And I'm never going to start now. But yeah, let's talk about some fun black metal bands and have a little fun on the way. So first up, we're going to talk about Immortal. You know, one of the biggest black metal bands around. Abbath. His vocals. Very fun, very frog-like, but very fun. The music, very melodic and very kind of like running off down a hill, falling down, eating hot dogs. He's a crazy character, but we love him. The music, it just has this kind of energy that gets you pumped, makes you want to run for an icy field, because it's very cold music. And a lot of people say, this is great music for winter. But in my opinion, it's great music for a party, because if you're going to listen to some black metal for some fun times, nothing better than some Immortal. Just, you know, all shall fall. Just watch that video and tell me that's not fun. Because, ooh golly, it is fun. So Immortal and also Abbath, the solo project. You know, I said it's kind of overrated, but I still love the first two albums. The first two albums are still pretty good. Not as good as the Immortal stuff, but I still enjoy it a lot. You know, Off to War. That's actually Behemoth. I think it's just called To War. To War! That vocal style is just so fun. So fun. Every song is just a blast. He's having a blast singing them. And it's a great time. So, yeah, Abbath solo projects and also Immortal is coming here first. Next up is a band that I've never actually mentioned before. Kvelertak. That is right. A bit more on the rock and roll. So, mixing rock and roll with black metal into this black and roll kind of style that is very fun. Because, you know, what's more fun than black metal? Rock and roll. And it has that kind of slamming a jack with Motorhead. You know, that kind of energy to it, and the music definitely delivers. The debut especially is fantastic. I've even got the shirt of it, the artwork. You'll see the owl and the weird creature artwork. Love it. Mia is amazing as well. They have a lot of great albums and really fun, rambunctious rock and roll mixed with the black metal, which just is great for a party. You know, for a party you don't want Dark Throne. Maybe the crust punky stuff, actually. That might be fun for a party, but a lot of the other stuff, not so much. You don't want Burzum. That's more atmospheric. You know, a lot of atmospheric bands you don't really want. But Cavallotech? Now, that's a band you can jam at a party. So, pretty fun band. Next up, we're going to go with Mysticum. And it's mystical. So, you want your special sauce covered in a dash of pixie dust, then have I got you covered, because this is industrial black metal. And the albums like Planet Satan and the debut, which I've completely forgotten, is just fantastic. You know, it has this just bouncy energy to it. Because, you know, industrial music, you know how it's very like dun 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 dun. It's like that, but mixed in with the black metal. And Mysticum is just one of the best. In the Streams of the Inferno, is that what it's called? Because I love that album. Really fun, you know, get some strobe lights going, blast some Mysticum, and the name is just funny. Blast it and you'll have a great time. You can blast your own cum while listening to Mysticum. Go nuts, you know, literally. Go nuts. Great band, amazing name, and if you don't know it, go listen to it. I mean, the album will be here. I'll pop it in the description. So if you like some industrial, you like some black metal, mix it together, you got yourself a party. Speaking of party, let's take that party to outer space with Arcturus. Arcturus is so fun. This is binging them, one of the most fun black metal bands around. Mixing that spacey atmosphere with just the operatic vocals, and like ICS Vortex's vocals are just so fun. You got the high-pitched kind of operatic singing, and you got some screams as well, but it's just mixed in so well with that kind of space-like atmosphere, and it's done kind of like an opera, a lot of the albums. Like, The Masquerade Infernal is just such a weird ride, but really interesting. Then you have the Sham Mirrors, which is by far my favourite, and it's such a fun ride. in my opinion. Even the latest one, Arcturian. The Arcturian Sign is just amazing. So just listen to the Arcturian Sign. Such a good song. Really fun for a party, and I can't wait to see them live soon. Less than 2 weeks. Gonna be good. Speaking about some more spacey shit, Balsa Goth, another really fun black metal band. Not just about the cosmos though, they have albums about Atlantis. You know, it's a lot of Warhammer-esque, Dungeons and Dragons-esque, you know, that kind of Cthulhu-esque mythology. Really fun subject matters. Cool mixing of like epic black metal with the kind of space-like sounds and atmospheres of Arcturus, with like the summoning-esque stuff going on, crazy vocals, operatic vocals, you name it. Fun album covers. You can tell it's going to be a fun ride when it looks like this. When it looks like, you know, Rhapsody of Fire album, you know it's going to be a fun time. And Balsa Goth is. So, go check them out. Dimmu Borgir! Cannot mention fun black metal without Dimmu Borgir, because they're so fun. I've been binging the newer stuff recently. I love their older stuff, yeah? Love them. But the newer stuff's just as good. I like Aeonian, you know, I like it. That's a fun album. Go re-listen to it. Fun album. Council of Wolves and Snakes. Yeah, all the singles are just so fun. So fun. I saw them live doing some of these songs as well. So good. Songs like Dimmu Borgir. I'm kind of warming to Abrahadabra now as well. And Gateways. So operatic, so bombastic, and so fun. Because that's the name of the game. I know a lot of elitists will probably hate this video and hate all these bands for being a bit too fun, but that's the name of this video. Dimmu Borgir, great singles, great stuff. The Serpentine Offering, come on. Like, all these, anything off Death Cult Armageddon, anything off any of the ones past that, especially Aeonian, real fun times. Get some liquor down your throat, and have some fun with Dimmu Borgir. You want some more operatic, you want some more mystical and kind of out there stuff, then Carach Angren has you covered, because all the music, all the albums are like a story. You have Death Came Through a Phantom Ship, which is my personal favourite, telling the story of like the ghost ships, and it's just so interesting to listen to. It's a real fun ride going through the stories with them. There's like a fairy tale one, This Ain't Your Fairy Tale, something like that. That's fun as well. The one about World War, you can tell I'm spitballing this because I can't remember the song titles or the album titles, but I've ranked them on the channel, so go check it out. The World War one, really kind of brutal, but I love it. The first one's a bit more straightforward, but I love it. And then you got the newer ones, Frankensteiner, Stratum Taurus, or whatever it's called. Great stuff. Really fun, really engaging. If you like Dimmu Borgir, you like stuff like that, then Carach Angren will be right up your schwinkter, or alley, as we say. Right up the brown alley. Of course I've got to mention Cradle of Filth. How can I not mention Cradle of Filth? You know, stuff like the phonography, the album phonography is just filled with fun. Tonight in Flames, Byronic Man, Temptation, Nymphetamine's kind of fun. You know, they've got really cool, bombastic songs, just like Dimmu, just like Carach, and this kind of symphonic black metal scene, which a lot of people hate, but I actually quite enjoy. It's a nice change of pace. I like both of them. I like the Quilt stuff. You know, I'll listen to my Goat Moons, I'll listen to my Horners, stuff like that, Inquisitions, but then I like to listen to the fun stuff like Immortal, Cradle, and the more melodic and symphonic stuff as well. It's the best of all the worlds. But yeah, Cradle is one of my favourite bands, the band that got me into black metal, and I'll always love them, and every album's, in my opinion, pretty fun. Especially Damnation and Day. That's a really bombastic album as well, like, Be My Mannequin, Doberman Pharaoh, and all these cool sounds within it. Oh, so good. So good. And last but not least, for my list, we're going to go with Taake. Taake. Bit of a weird choice, but I quite enjoy it. Use different instruments, kind of rock and roll-y, kind of like Kvelertak. Some of the albums, I will be ranking them very soon as well. I'll probably do Satyricon first, then Taake. Hopefully I'm saying the name right as well. Loads of albums, always fun. I mean, come on, they use a banjo in one of the songs from Norig's Vapin. Is that the album? I think the banjo song is just so good. Like a black metal banjo song. Ridiculous. Nice splash of rock and roll in with the black metal. You got some cult stuff as well in there, so it's a nice mix, and I think it's a fun project/band. Love them. So those are my lists of the most fun black metal bands. Let me know down below all the ones I've missed off, because there's going to be hundreds. I always spitball, so I don't know. There's probably something really obvious that I love that I haven't mentioned, so be sure to tell Questy. So yeah, let me know your own picks down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.